Gurganeshabhyam Namaha. In the earlier episode, we started exploring the concept of Triloka on the surface of Earth. From the equator to Himalayas Bhuloka, from Himalayas to Mongolia Antariksha, above Mongolia, the Siberia, Swargaloka. This is like a reflection of the Divya Triloka. What is Divya Triloka? Bhumi, Swarga in the sky, and Antariksha in between. Siberia was not uninhabitable as it is today, till about 20,000 years ago. James Hale at Murdoch University in Perth, Western Australia, through DNA studies of permafrost in northern Siberia, has established that a rich and diverse plant and animal community thrived in Siberia. Some of the animals were elephant-like woolly mammoths, woolly rhinos, reindeer. Our scriptures also talk about Nandanavana or Nandanodhyana of Swargaloka. So Siberia was a reflection of Nandanavana of Swarga. Another important point is that from a Vastu perspective, if you look at it, we associate northeast direction with gods, Ishana. From India, Siberia is in the northeast. In the same way, we said that Asuras belong to Africa. In Vastu also, the direction associated with Asuras is Nirridi or southwest. Africa is to the southwest of India. So if you look at the Vedic corpus from a spiritual perspective, you should see the Triloka is Bhumi, Antariksha and Swarga, which is the sky. And if you look at the Vedic corpus from a historical perspective, you should see the Bhauma Triloka, which is Bharata Varsha, Central Asia and Siberia, representing Bhumi, Antariksha and Swarga on the surface of Earth. The Divya Trilokas are connected to Divya Devas and Bhauma Trilokas are connected to Bhauma Devas. Brahma Loka, Vishnu Loka and Indra Loka exist on the surface of Earth also, spread across Eurasia. This also we have seen. They are called Trivishtapas. What is the proof of all this? In Mahabharata Shanti Parva, sage Bharadwaja asked Bhrigu Maharshi, where is Paraloka? Bhrigu says, Paraloka is to the north of Himalayas. Bharadwaja Uvacha Asmat Lokat Paroloka Shruyate Nopalabhyate Tamaham Nyatumichami Tad Bhavan Vaktumarhati. Bhruguruvacha Uttare Himavat Parshve Punye Sarvagunanvide Punyaha Kshemyaschayo Deshaha Sabaro Loka Uchyade Sa Swarga Sadrusho Deshaha Tatra Yuktas Shubhagunaha Kale Mrityuf Prabhavati Sprishandi Vyadhayonacha. Paraloka is to the north of Himalayas. It is Swarga Sadrisha, similar to Swarga, a region of high quality. There is no untimely death there. There are no diseases there. This is the Vayuloka and Swarga on earth. So in the scriptures, wherever you see that a certain sage visited Swarga, it also means that he has visited Siberia. Not that alone. He would have visited the real Divya Swarga also. A reflection of that would have happened as a visit to Siberia. Latitude 33 degree north to 40 degree north. This is the Antariksha Loka on the surface of earth, inhabited by the Upadevadas called the Deva Yonis. Vidyadharopsaro yaksharaksho gandharva kinnaraha pisajo guhyagas siddho bhutomi devayoneyaha. Meru is Pamir Mountains. Below this, up to Himachal Pradesh, from where river Ravi or Iravati originates, this is the Antariksha Loka, the natural habitat of Deva Yonis or Upadevadas. Our Bharata Varsha has got 4 names. Bharata Varsha, Nabhi Varsha, Arshabha Varsha, Haimavata Varsha. How did Bharata Varsha get its name? There are 4 sources. First one. Agnidhrasunor nabhestu rishabho bhut suto dvijaha rishabhat bharado jajne virah putra satadvaraha himahvam dakshinam varsham bharadaya pita dadau tasmatu bharadam varsham yasya namna mahatmanaha tatascha bharadam varsham edal lokeshu giyate bharadaya yadav pitra dattam pratishthatavanam nabhev putrascha rishabha rishabhat bharado bhavad Tasya namnatvudam varsham bharatam cheti kirtyate. Son of Swayambhuva was Agnidhra. His son was Nabhi. His son was Rishabha. His son was Bharata. Before Rishabha left for the forest taking up Vanaprastha, he gave the land called Haimavata Varsha to Bharata, and it became known as Bharata Varsha thereafter. Tasmat to Bharatam Varsham. Also Nabhi Varsha after his grandfather and Arshabha Varsha after his father. Now another Bharata. Vidurabare Daushyandar Bharataha Shakundaleyoyaha Virassa Sarvadabanastan Namna Desha Eshosti. Bharata, son of Dushyanta and Shakuntala, Tannamna Deshayeshosti. The name Bharata is after the name of this Bharata. This Bharata did 78 Ashwamedha Yagas on the banks of Yamuna and 55 Ashwamedha Yagas on the banks of Ganga. He became an emperor. Ashtasaptadim Bharado Daushyantir Yamuna Manu Gangayam Vritraghne Abadhanat Pancha Panchasatam Hayan Shakuntala Nadabityapsara Bharadam Dadhe Pura Sahasran Indra Yashwan Medhyanya Harat Vijitya Prithvim Sarvam. The third Bharata. There is another Bharata. Rigveda says, Tasma Agnir Bharata Sharmayam Sajjok Pashyat Suryamucharantam Ya Indraya Sunavametyaha Nare Nariyaya Nratamaya Nranam. Yajurveda also says, Api Samidhenya Karmani Upamadanam Bharatasya. As per Veda, Bharata is Agni. The ruler of Swarga is Indra, ruler of Antariksha is Vayu. In the same way, ruler of Bhumi is Agni. In the Bhaumat Triloka, Bhumi is represented by Bharata Varsha, the ruler of which is Agni. Bharata is another name of Agni. Now the fourth. What is the Indian concept? Indian concept is Vedic concept. We Indians believe that Agni is the whole and sole source of energy and life. When we cultivate, it is energy from the land that gets converted into food. That food, when we consume, it becomes heat in our body and sustains the body. This becomes a life force in the body. This Agni is the ruler. He does bharana of everything. He is the protector and nourisher of everything. We as a culture are givers. We just don't make food for ourselves. We always look out for someone to share it with. We are disappointed if someone doesn't turn up every day, whose hunger we can satisfy. This is the nature of Agni. Agni is the carrier, provider even for Devas. He just takes and hands over. We Indians alone have this understanding that it is a divine power which is controlling everything from inside as Antaryami. Call it Vishnu, Shiva, Durga, Agni, whatever you want. We alone recognize this Bharana aspect of the divinity, the controller from inside aspect of divinity. So the land where we live, this is Bharata Varsha, connected to Bharana. Because we alone recognize this universal rulership aspect of the supreme divine power. Harihi Om.
यज्ञानश्रेष्ठतमं कर्म